For the last year and a half or so, RYA Scotland have been accepting nominations for our Impact Awards. I think you've got a poster downstairs, you might have seen that. The intention of the awards is to celebrate success and to recognize more people, more widely, more often, acknowledging commitment, hard work, and exceptional achievement within our community and sport. And we've received one from Chanonry. I'm sure it will be no surprise that Richard and Helen Jenner have been nominated.
I'm Helen Jenner.
And I'm Richard Jenner.
Currently I'm the club membership secretary.
And you've just retired as the chief powerboat instructor.
That's true. Over the years I've held various positions at the club, mostly having been strong-armed. I was even sailing secretary for a while.
So up until about 10 minutes ago I was the principal for the RTC. Tonight marks the handover. Within that role I was the chief instructor for dinghies. I'm the dinghy bosun, or the person who fixes the broken club boats, and I also the heritage member to do with the history of the harbour.
Almost anything that you do at the club, somewhere in the background, one of the Jenners has been associated with it. So whether they've set up a system or they're putting themselves forward to volunteer, they're always in the background through the years. They've taken on lots of different roles in the club, so they've been between them commodores and social secretaries and sailing secretaries. They've been just about every position on the committees. So they've done pretty much everything that there is to do. They've been very, very involved with the training. So Richard's been the training principal for ages. Actually, I'm not quite sure when he started, but it was a long, long time ago. And so lots of generations of sailors have learnt how to sail under him and have, started their sailing careers there. Some of the juniors have become quite proficient and gone on to bigger things. So.
But I think ultimately they are involved in absolutely everything at the club, and it's quite astounding really what they've managed to contribute to the club in terms of certainly as a parent. The team here are fantastic, and you can drop your kids off, help rig the boats, etc. And within a few days, they're already at quite an amazing standard.
On the powerboating side, I honestly forget when I got my powerboat instructor certificate, but probably about 15 years ago. Looking back at the records since that time, I think we've issued between powerboat level 2 and RYA safety boat certificates, we've issued very nearly 100 certificates, entirely to club members.
I mean, our club relies on volunteers. We're completely volunteer-led and managed and delivered. And so we need every member to step up and do their bit, but they certainly do more than most. But the club wouldn't be here without volunteers like that.
One of the things that we realised fairly early on with the junior training was that we just couldn't physically manage all the jobs amongst the instructors. So we've got sort of parent power. And what we've tried to do is train up some of the parents to help. So they assist us on the safety boat as the second person, or they are on the slipway with the radio, so we've given them some basic radio training. And that's involved the parents, and some of those parents have then gone on to sail themselves.
They've been there since I started at this club. They're always really nice to us, and they're always helping. They're behind the scenes every day, even if they're not your instructor.
We've known them since we joined the club, and we find them, really welcoming, really warm and welcomed us all to the club, and encouraged us all really to get on the water in various capacities.
Yeah, they're the first members of the club that we met, and as Teresa says, extremely welcoming. And that's what encouraged us as a family to join. I want to encourage Joshua to go a bit further, and we've ended up volunteering more and more as a consequence.
I went to Dolphins, which was the every second week training run for juniors for a long time when I was little, and it was great fun getting out on the water and sailing with really good instructors and fun people. I'd just like to say a massive thank you to Richard and Helen for all the time that they've put into the training at Dolphins. It's helped me out in my instructing a great lot since leaving Dolphins and starting to teach at Dolphins. Richard has been a great senior instructor and really helpful for me, so thank you very much.
If we don't have volunteers, we can't run. And I hope that they can be seen as an example to encourage other people, particularly newer members, to stand up and take a role, particularly in board positions.
This is really nice. It is nice, and it will find a prominent place at home. We've both been quite involved with it, and it's great, and we intend to carry on being involved. We're not going away.